you will see that it's the passion leaves is all the way on his ceiling. Happy Mother's Day to all. Let's talk a little bit about the gazebo. Do y'all remember, baby, do y'all remember that I had this coconut fence like this, but I had it in back of the chair, and I told you that the termites was eating it up. So I decided that it's time to take it out because I'll be wanting to. Let me close the door because it's mosquito hour. I pulled all of this down because all of this here that's down, this is the passion fruit leaf. It's so pretty though. It was attaching itself to the window. Peace and blessings. Happy Mother's Day. It was attaching itself to the window, so I had to take it down because it starts to get real dark. But I want to be careful with how I'm pulling them because if you see all these little buds, um, these are all potentially fruit, which is actually the passion fruit. But I cut it off there, and so it's still a whole bunch, but we're working with it. So we've had this. We've been here for about, how you doing? Are you okay? You growing well. We've been here for 1 year and 3 months. And when we first got here, I would say it's been a year. Maybe 3 months in, I ordered some passion fruit seedlings, not knowing they was going to do anything. And then somebody told me, do you know the passion fruit is a vine and basically it's going to be attached to everything and it's going to be really beautiful. I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, okay, great. That was 1 year ago. And don't look, you may see that this is the palm branches, but it's drying up. This is giving us no type of shade. The shade is strictly from the passion fruit leaves, okay? Just so you know. And then these are some of the other plants, but I got some empty pot. Everything's growing. Everything's growing. Everything I was about to give up on is just sprouting now because we had some rain. And that back there is turmeric. And Manasi told me I got to get back there and pick it. Manasi told me that the turmeric is actually coming up. So this bed used to move. I wanted this whole bed done over. I want the whole thing taken apart. I liked when it before the top of this could open up and you can lift it up. And that made it easier to get back here. Now it makes it a little more difficult. I don't really like that. So I'm going to get back there because I want to pick my turmeric that is already back there. And then we have the pear tree and the pear tree, which is pear is avocado here. I moved this one because this one was not growing. This one was over here, the snake plant. You see that one is just growing well, but this one wasn't growing really at all. But I could see it's growing now because it wasn't getting any sun. That was all. This ZZ plant, this is amazing. I brought this from the other apartment. This is just amazing. And this is the what you call the fern. It's growing well. It's long. I think it just needs to be moved. So I will consider doing that. But I got a surprise for y'all. So like I said, I took the coconut fence from behind because remember I told you, I was telling y'all that it had termites and Manasi had treated the bench. Let me see. Had treated the bench and you can, because there's no bugs on it, but because of the termite on the fence, which is the coconut fence, and the coconut fence was eating all of it, was falling over, and that stuff would have fell on my head. So I decided to have Manasi take it out. And I was like, Manasi, let's just throw it away. I'm good. I know I'm going to do this place over. So I feel like now that I'm sitting here, and now I'm more exposed to it, so everybody can get to look at me. But I feel like, first of all, I love it. I feel like I'm at a park bench. I mean, I straight up feel like I'm at a park bench. So a couple of things that I'm going to do before I tear the whole thing down. I'm going to have the bed done over. No, the bed needs to be treated. So the bed needs to have this thing called dustbin mixed with diesel, yes, and it will protect the bamboo. So that wasn't treated, but the table was treated, and this was treated, but the back of this chair bench has to be treated as well. Now I want to tell you about this passion. I'm getting to the passion because I'm so excited right now. So the passion fruit, you know what seedlings we're talking about. Seedlings, you see all these little cups? These cups was the seedlings that didn't make it. So the passion fruit came in a cup like this, just as that cup. Let me show you the passion fruit. So I went from this seedling to, look at this thing. The pot is broken. It is now in the ground. Don't sleep, it's in the ground. And look at what it forms, these huge, humongous roots. And everything you're seeing in 1 year is the growth of the passion fruit. Another thing we grew, I had some seedlings, it's called blue tea. And look, they're coming back. They're coming back. Now, these are not sprayed. We didn't do anything but let the rain do what it do, and it worked. I was trying to grow some other things in here like lemongrass, but the blue tea, when it grows, it pretty much takes over, but it's back. So I gotta show y'all. See, I gotta do a plant identifier. So there's much more room. We getting there. Next thing that's gonna be torn down is this whole fence, and it'll be bambooed and treated. This is actually going to be taken down too, because I actually want a round table and not this one. The bed I would like to be done over, but if it's treated, that's fine, because this is just the frame, and the actual bed that I lay on will go on. I want much more plants that have things that grow, so we got some turmeric. I want to do, the basil had a hard time. Well, now I know I can use the neem oil, but the basil, the arugula struggled, but the spinach grew fast and easy. It's just that when we left to go to the other apartment, it wasn't careful, but the spinach was growing really well. So I know some of the stuff that I could grow that I learned in a year. So this will be full and pretty eventually. Okay, but I love that we took out the bench, because now so much more room. We be squeezing in here when we come in. This is the other, so I had two passion fruit. Look at this. This one you can see the crack. The root is in the ground, look. I'm scared because this stuff is not that. I heard it could take over, it could unearth, and I just wish that, I'm glad I did it, but listen, if you grow passion fruit, please be very careful, because it will take over. I want to see, what do you see over there? There's some lemongrass over there. That's the pastor's lemongrass. I'm going to cut some because I need some for tomorrow. But anyway, everything's going back, right? Okay, so check it. I was coming out here because I know that we have, I guess, passion fruit blossoms. Is that what you call them? These flowers, right? They're closed now, but at some point they open. I can't remember if they open in the morning, they open at night. So I was out here and I was looking at some of these. I was like, oh no, is the birds eating the inside? Is the birds, I was like, damn. Because I remember Rati came and said, hey, you're going to actually have fruit. I was like, yeah, okay. I think we're just going to get flowers. So let me just see. Well, the flowers are all closed now, right? This is a flower, and I can now see the fruit that's coming. But y'all, look, a real passion fruit. Look. I don't know when to pick it, though. I don't know when to take it off the vine. I don't know when to do it. Does anybody, I'm going to go look it up on YouTube or somewhere. Does anybody know, is this ready to take off the vine and let it ripen off the vine? Do you let it ripen on the vine? I don't know. But look at all the other flowers that there's going to come. And this one was the one I don't notice. After I noticed these, I didn't even notice that one. I was calling Manasi, so here's some more. They're all going to open up. I was over here going to call Manasi and say, I think the birds are eating the plants. And then I saw this. OMG. And look, then I saw that. Do you see it? And I was like, oh my gosh, there's probably more. So we can't even get on the roof. We're going to have to get a big ladder. But what I'm thinking is there's probably more. So all of this, and it's so many. And the fruit is, have you ever had passion fruit? Has anybody had passion fruit? Because it's so good. And when it's sweet, it's delicious. And it's high in everything, very, very high in vitamin C. So this whole fence has to come down. And then, but I'm not going to take it down until I have the bamboo being installed. And then we'll have the bamboo. Look at it though. Y'all, for a person, you don't understand, like I've never had something like this, like grow, and then it's nothing you had to do, and it's fruit, and we had to do nothing. We just let it, but look, we just let the rain hit it. The seasons do it. I can see all the blossoms. So what we're thinking is on top must have so many passion fruits. It must be so much. I gotta get my pot from over there too. It must be so many passion fruits up here. I mean, we just are imagining that the passion fruit is passion fruit galore. So we're going to get a ladder and we can, look at this. I just can't get over it. Oh my God, there's more to come. So we're going to get a ladder and we're going to have to go to the top so that we can get all the passion fruit out. And then, this is our landlord, but if you look, you can clearly see that you can't see it well, but it's a lot of growth up there. So I'm figuring that there's passion fruits up there too. And we were gonna cut this all down because his side, look, it's grown into his. It's a mess. He's not here. We're gonna have to get rid of that child. We gotta get rid of that before he comes. And believe me, I will promise to do it. So, oh wait a second. This is my stick that I got from the Willie. Why is it out here? Let me show y'all some stuff. There's a few things that I'm trying to look inconspicuous, but the lemongrass is over here. But I won't come get it now. It won't be right. It won't be right. I don't even want nobody to see me looking at it. Oh, I think he got a lot growing though. Well, I haven't taken a walk in a long time, y'all. But happy Mother's Day to all. I just want to tell you that, good evening. I just want to tell you that happy Mother's Day and that it is so beautiful out here. And I'm so glad to be in the Volta region in Africa. And I'm just enjoying life. But y'all, that's such a big deal to me. Oh my gosh, am I seriously growing fruit and I did nothing to do it. All I did was start off with some seedlings. But again, I want you to be very careful if you decide to have passion fruit, because I had read about it before, after I had gotten the seedlings, that it actually takes over. It takes over the neighbors, it takes over everything. And that the best way to control it, they say, is to grow it in a pot. Now, I grew mine in a pot, but it broke the dang pot. And now it's in the ground. And they say it could take up and move stuff. It's not cool. So I'm nervous that when we leave, we'll be going. So I don't know. I hope it's something. I mean, don't hurt your ears, my plant mommies. But I hope it's something that we could do to kill the root. So when we leave, it won't be continually growing, you know. We don't want that. I mean, I'm nervous already about it, but if anybody have any ideas about pastoral, actually, I'm in this group that I saw on Facebook, and it's called Gardening in Ghana. And you know our stuff is falling apart. Look at this. Gardening in Ghana, something like that. And at the tips is amazing. So actually, y'all, all I gotta do, so we got fruit. Okay. All I gotta do is put in the question in the group, and then they'll tell us how to grow, because people are growing passion fruit in Ghana. Oh my God, I used to, or when it came in, when I was at the place, where are y'all? Must be all the men on. Okay. When I was at the place, when I was in Accra, I used to order passion fruit from a company called Soul Green. And now, and it was expensive, it wasn't cheap. And now I'm growing my own. Fresh, delicious. I'm inspired. OMG, I'm so inspired. Oh my God, I just gotta sit like, what? Okay, y'all. So I'm on my healthy journey, although my journey is always healthy, but I really want to get into gardening. So I joined this group called, I think it's called Gardening in Ghana, or Ghana Gardening, something like that. You have to be all approved and whatnot, but I guess I'm approved. And the stuff that I learned already is amazing. Because that's the thing, like, you know, when you're in the United States and you have a certain thing that you have, and you Google, the information is most likely coming from other people from the States. So the things that grow there don't grow here. It's a different thing. So you really want to be tapped into gardening experts in Ghana. And the stuff that I learned about the termites. So I noticed something here. They will, at some point in the year, they will set fire to the land. And I would wonder why. And it would burn the ground. But it was a controlled one with the whole land, however many plots or acres they have. I found out from the garden thing is to kill the termites, because something, you know, termites will come and take over. And so I'm just, all these little things. People are growing habanero peppers. People are growing bell peppers that's local. I didn't know that a lot of times some of the bell pepper here is imported. So I'm learning so much on how to grow. So I'm going to plug in the passion fruit one and see what I could do, because I want to see if it's a plant that I'm going to want to grow when I move as well. I love the whole thing of it, but I heard that it's not an easy plant to control. And once it gets into the ground, it could be a monster. So I really got to find out. I really got to find out what to do. Oh my gosh, I got to find out what to do. But anyway, I just wanted to share. I just wanted to share that I got passion fruit, that my passion fruit has grown, and how excited I am. So the things that I'm very passionate about or very excited about is gardening on a serious level. Of course, C, I asked what herbs can I grow here. I don't think I can maybe grow the herbs that I'm used to in America, but what herbs can I actually grow and use? There's a wonderful company out of Cape Coast. If anybody is in Ghana and you're watching this, and the company is called Good to Grow Organics. And the brother, I think he heads it, but his name is Nuhu, Nuhu, and it's called Good to Grow Organics. If you can look it up somehow. Let me see if I can leave the information inside in the description box. But OMG, like his information is wonderful. And when I start planting on the land, I'm going to call him up from the Cape Coast so I can do it organically. But what I love about the passion fruit is it was organically. We didn't use any even natural pesticides or herbicides. We didn't use any natural fertilizers. We didn't treat the soil. The soil we took from the soil. We collected the soil from outside and just down the road, put it in a pot, and it grew. That is the best gardening in the world. We didn't have to worry about the pests because look, they made it. We relied on the season. It took us a year, so this is the season. So I guess every year it'll keep coming back. There's so much to learn, and I'm here for it. I need this, They burn the ground. How do they grow things? Well, they don't. Sonic rings, that's a good one. They don't burn it every year. They burn it once, one time a year. I think I started seeing it, and that helps them for them to regrow. And I'm not sure if they're burning it with some type of nitrogen. Like I'm not sure how they're burning it, but it actually allows them now to plant. So right now, and it's a good question, if you're serious. So right now, they burn it after they done harvested and everything, and now a new season has started. So it's planting season now because now the rainy season has started, and so everybody's planting. Everybody's taking their yards. Everybody's clearing. I can see that in here. Everybody's clearing. A lot of people are burning, and now they're replanting. They're planting now. Yeah. There's even I'm learning about the crops that are that's more drought resistant. Things that it's a reason why like a lot of people there's a lot of cassava growing here, but it's an easier plant to grow. It doesn't need as much care, and I'm about those plants. But I'm not into cassava. I'm into fruit trees, so I want to learn how to do that. But thank you for the question. What am I planning to plant? Okay, I understand that. That makes sense. Yes. I would like to. I have land up in the village, but I'm not planting there. But there's some other land that I want to get that's right next door. I just want fruit trees right now. I want to concentrate on all the fruit trees that I like the mango, the banana, the plantain, basically everything that I like to eat. What else? And there's two different varieties of mangoes. I would also like to grow lemons. Seems like a plant that I see grow a lot here. But then I want to grow some grasses too. I want to grow lemongrass as one of the herbs. Now, let me tell you what, if I could really grow, and I would save so much money. I know it can grow here because I buy it at specialty places. I buy it at a place in the Cape Coast, and the company is Asasi Pa, but I forget his brother's name is BJ. And I buy the greens, the kale, the collard, the Swiss chard, the arugula, the different varieties of kale, the dino kale, or lacinato, the curly kale. They even grow those so-called potatoes, the Irish potatoes. I'm not really interested in that, but spinach, parsley, basil, mint. I would love to grow that, and I would even like to start with the kind of mints and the herbs. I would be happy. I would be thrilled. Then you could also grow. They have a celery here, but it's not the stalk. It's the leaf. It's the leaf of the celery, but it's not stalk. So that's their celery. They grow a lot of callaloo, aka amaranth. They grow a lot of that here as well. So, and the fruits, I hope I said bananas. I know I said all this stuff. I would love banana. Oh, also coconut. I want to grow coconut too. Yeah, you can grow all this stuff. You know, where I am specifically in Ghana, where I am is I'm in the Volta region, and you will hear Ghanaians tell you it's one of the most fertile regions in Ghana, one of them. And so things grow here very easily. It's farm country. It's the altitude is good. It's beautiful. I don't know a lot about growing, but I know what they grow and I know what I eat, and so I'm learning. I'm definitely learning. Thank you. Thank you for asking because it's good. It gets me to think. Bell peppers, they love okra. They call it okra. You know, we say okra, they say okra. So they grow okra here, and they tomatoes galore. I don't think I want to do with the tomato thing. Um, and the best part is, even though you're in Ghana, they do use some type of pesticide spray when they're growing the maize and the cassava. And I don't want my ground with that. So even the land, I think that if I do buy this land, this will be the fourth plot. I think that there's a time between a land that would have been using pesticides before you can plant again. I think it needs some turnover time because I want to do everything strictly organic, no harsh chemicals, and what that will look like. And I have this brother, like I said, from Good to Grow Organics, and he is an expert in how to start a organic, natural garden and what can grow in it. And I want to be landscaping with it. Yeah, I want to have like a flower bed. I would love to grow flowers. I need flowers and just indigenous plants, of course, and a lot of medicine plants. I want to be like a forest. I just want I really, the house is going to be the smallest thing to me on the land in a sense because I just want a 2-bedroom house with 2 bathrooms and a nice big kitchen. The kitchen got to be the biggest. I don't care anything else. I want a bathroom big enough to have a bathtub, and I want the bathtub to be made out of mahogany wood. I want everything to be very natural, and I'm excited. And when I talk about it, I get even more excited. So that's what we're doing. So I hope you join me. I played the video back, honey. I'm growing passion fruit. The passion fruit seedling. So just a tip, if you are in Ghana, the passion fruit seedling is the one that made it. It is the one that made it. I had arugula, basil, collard greens. The spinach would have made it if I had not traveled. I'll give it that one. I don't know what else. The blue tea made it. But everything else, it wasn't that it couldn't have made it. It's that the animals, as they call them here, but the insects ate them. Yeah, I think the frogs was loving the yard. We see snails all the time, but we could see that the bugs were eating them. I don't know if it's the lizards that eating them, but they just was getting eat up. And so then I remember, oh wait, the neem. You mix the neem with water and a little liquid detergent, dishwashing liquid. They told me neem, water, and dishwashing liquid. And I did it in the Cape Coast apartment or something. They was not liking that. So I'm going to be better this year. If I decide to get some seedlings, I'll be much better in using the natural pesticides. I like sweet tamarind, but I have seen sweet potatoes grow faster. That would be nice. I would love sweet potatoes. They do the tamarind. They do a version of it. They call it blackberry. But I realize it's actually part of the tamarind family. It's a nice one. I would love to grow those. But the sweet potatoes would be great. And another thing that they grow here, plentiful, the land that I have in the village, which is about, the roads are bad, so I'll say 30 minutes, but it really would be like 15, it could be like 10. It's waterlogged. But the thing about waterlogged land, why people like it here, it's great for growing rice. So I would like to grow my own rice. I eat rice a lot. I would love to grow my own rice. And I can do it up there. But here is not waterlogged, so, yeah. Thank you for asking. I appreciate you. Thank you everyone for watching and those who will watch the replay. Did you see the passion fruit? All right, we'll talk later. I'm going to go eat. I'm hungry. And I'm going to come back on my other channel, High Elevation channel, to have a recap of my wonderful Mother's Day. I just needed a few minutes to realize how wonderful it was. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed, and wonderful day. Hope you're doing great things in the garden, and let's continue to share. And I can share with people what they're doing in Ghana, and it's kind of, I would say, the challenges that come from that. But every gardener has challenges. And did I just call myself a gardener? You know what? I think I'm going to have to design some gardening gear. I think y'all gonna agree. We about to design some gardening gear. Oh, I just saw it. I just saw the top. I just saw the whole outfit. I'll show you when I get to it. I love you, ladies. I love rice too. What sounded? Come on, we could do rice and grow your own. I'm excited. All right, ladies. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and blessings.